Cary Vance from All Access and Promoting Promotions here with the legendary Stonebridge.
Thank you.
How are you?
Very, very good.
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam is very big. I think it's the biggest so far.
That's great.
Yeah.
What's been the best part of this year's ADE for you?
It's usually, I try not to book too many meetings. I find that it's usually young artists that want to try to get on a big label. And you sit there for an hour listening. And I find that meeting people on the street, like you or Crystal Waters or Bobby Shaw or some of the guys you work with, you say, hey, let's go for a coffee. And you end up in these fantastic 1 hour conversations that you didn't plan. So I try to keep my schedule fairly open, and you never know who you're going to meet.
Now, we just did an interview with Crystal Waters, and we started talking about her career.
Yes.
Going back to the beginning. Show Me Love.
Show Me Love?
Was that the beginning for you?
Well, I had been going since '87, and what happened was that I licensed a record called See the Day to Champion Records in the UK. And it was a bit of a club hit. This must have been 1990 or 91. And as a young Swede, I called them, hey guys, don't you have any old shit in the basement that I can remix? Yeah, we do actually. We have this Robin Stone, Show Me Love. And I was thinking, Stonebridge, Robin Stone, this is meant to be. So they sent it. So they sent me the tape, which I still have, by the way. And I did a mix. It was a lot of strings. It was the guys that wrote Somebody Else's Guy. So it had it had all synth hooks, and I was a bit of a soulful boogie boy. So I kept all that. And I sent the mix in, and I got that dreaded phone call from Champion in London. It's alright, and you got that whole thing. You had to change it. I got so mad that I went back into the studio. I had a gig that night. I had 4 hours in the studio. Basically, I brought up the kick drum and I changed the bass line to an organ. I had the bass line from the previous mix, and put a little delay on it. Ooh, that's a jam. That's why it's so sparse. And then I mixed it down in 4 hours. Got an Iowa DAT, remember that tapes back in those days, to the gig. Nah, I'm not gonna play it. Sent it off on Monday. And then they called me and I had to do like 14 re-edits to add that had to be added after each chorus. And then I didn't hear anything in a year. I come to London, I put on the television, and in those days Top of the Pops was on Thursdays. And I hear top 5 UK, and I call the label, why didn't you tell me it was it? Oh no, Stone, we didn't want your remix fee to go up. Classic.
Did your remix fee go up after that?
Yes. The phone didn't stop ringing for, I think it was like 6-7 years stretch. It's interesting. First you have the UK, then the US came on board. It was released on Atlantic the year after, and the phone just... And then you start to get from France, Italy, Spain, and then the end of the line is Russia. Then okay guys, it's time to reinvent yourself. Which I did in '97 when I started my label, Stonebridge. I went on this mad tour. I took every gig there was. I went to Ukraine. I went to all over the place. And then since then, I learned my lesson. You can't. You have to pay attention and deliver all the time, constantly.
And did you think? Because it's almost 30 years since that.
Yeah.
30 years, 20 years, 20 years, 20 years. 31 was Robin.
20.
Show Me Love.
It was. I made it '92.
92. Okay, so 25 years.
Yeah.
Did you think 25 years later that song would still be as big today, almost as it was yesterday?
Definitely not. No, that's and there has been many versions. And as I was a remixer, I never had publishing or royalty. But when Jason Derulo took my bass line only, and those guys got paid, I said, okay, that's it, guys. So I had a New York lawyer, did the best. And he went in, and I managed to get points on that. So I do. Finally, after 22 years or so, it was acknowledged that I'm the writer of that bass line.
Aside from the Jason Derulo version, is there a remix of that song that you ever heard, that outside of yours, that stood out to you as a... There's been so many of them.
Well, the record is the record. It wasn't the bass line only or the vocal. The thing is that what most producers don't understand is it was recorded on an orchestrated piece with strings and pianos. She was smiling, much like Cissy Peniston finally. You can tell she's smiling. If you strip that music, she's still smiling in the vocal. And this is what most people miss when they cover it. They make it like, you got the charm, yeah. You know, it's a bit, you know, try to be hard or something, you know, which is not. It's a girl record, you know, and it's supposed to be that way.
Now on Stony Boy, did you just do a remix of one of your songs with Therese?
I got my Put 'em High track back from Head Candy after 12 years license, and I felt I had a #1 with If You Like It, the previous single, and I felt, hey man, this is a good time to do a new remix. So I did a package, and it went all the way to #1 this week actually.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And what else can we expect from you music-wise?
I have a new single I'm working on now, featuring Cary. It's very, very good. It's a little bit more back to my roots. It's funky, it's very, very good vocal, big bass line, and
Title of the song, can you say?
yes, Turn It Down for What?
Turn it down for what?
Exactly, turn down the music
Why
for
do
what?
I hear like a mashup coming with Turn Down for What?
Well, I'm gonna roll test it tonight actually.
So single, any kind of EP album in the works?
Well, I've done 3 artist albums, and the problem with albums in this streaming age is that people cherry pick. I mean, it started already with compilations, as you know. People didn't buy artist albums, they bought compilations with only the hit singles. And it's a bit the same with artist albums on Spotify or Apple Music. People find, you know, their 3 favorite songs and they stream that. So Calvin Harris recently announced that he's gonna do no more artist albums, only singles. It's not like I've decided never to do an album again, but you know, as it looks, I will continue to do cool singles, really nice. And maybe one day I'll put them together and write 5 new ones. Maybe not.
They do a weekly radio show on Sirius XM.
I do, yes.
How different is it programming a radio show versus programming a set?
You have to think about. I never play like long tech house dubs and stuff. You know, you have to remember it's radio. People in the car, they're jamming, they want to sing along. So it's vocal, and I try to play songs and not get too aggressive or weird, you know, like that. Without being mainstream. You know, it's a funky show with. And also, I have to keep an eye on what they're playlisting. You know, I play some big favorites, you know, like Calvin Harris songs. Yes.
25 years of touring, is there a favorite city, venue?
There's many in different ways. The last 3 years, I played a lot in the United States. And the feeling when EDM, after 25 years of hip hop in your country, dance music came back, and the smiling faces, the appreciation in clubs, you know, people like, yay, they knew the songs, they were singing along and jumping. I haven't seen that since like UK in the early 90s. It was heartwarming to see. It was really good time.
Is there, we're at an event, we're at a convention, ADE.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen you at Winter Music Conference, Miami Music Week, Summer Sessions this year. One piece of career advice you would give to an up-and-coming producer, DJ, artist?
You should go to these conferences not trying to, you know, shove USB sticks on every big guy. Try to speak to other, you know, if you're a remixer, you speak to other remixers. This is the perfect setting. You will find a famous guy sitting there alone. You go up to him, you talk to him, you know, tell him how much you like his stuff, and you get tips. And then when people see you with him, you know, he will probably introduce you to the next guy. It's very important to walk around, like I said earlier, don't just book solid meetings, sit inside. Be outside those Felix doors. You've seen that blog out there.
Yes.
That's the perfect. Everybody will, and if you speak to someone that's known, other known people will come and you will get introduced. It's a really good way to get in and get friends. And then you get email addresses, you send them stuff. Hey, what do you think, man? Hey, great seeing you at 80. You know, keep in contact and grow your network.
If you could go out tonight, if you weren't working, didn't have to be in the studio, and you'd go see any artist perform.
Oh, I will go to Cafe in the City, specifically at 1:30, because that's when I'm on.
There you go. Well, now, okay, so now you're off, and it's, how long is your set tonight?
It's only half an hour.
Half an hour, so it's 2 a.m. We're in Amsterdam. Let's just make believe that everybody was playing somewhere. Who would it be? Who would you go see? Who? Or if there was a group performing, is there an artist, a vocalist?
Very odd. I'm a little bit disappointed I missed Fred Legrand. You know, I really like the style lately. You know, he came off, he's going funky again, energetic. I saw a picture of him and Kreider on stage, and it seemed to be a really good party. I think it was yesterday. So if he played tonight, I would definitely go see him.
Taking Show Me Love out of the equation, is there a favorite remix that you've done?
Same there, there's a lot of them. For various reasons. I think Sia, The Girl You Lost to Cocaine, such a good song, and it was a live record. It was like a rock funk record, 150 BPMs. The drums are all over the place. I had to edit that master for weeks before I even started remixing, but that came out super special. And what happened was that I played it live in an event, and Sander van Doorn came and asked me, "What is this?" Like a month later, it came out on his label. So that was one of those like fun moments.
If you could work with any artist, who would it be?
Well, I'm already working with Crystal.
We look forward to more magic there.
Yeah, oh, we have a new song coming, and it's very, very good. Classic Crystal.
Well, we thank you for spending some time with us today. We look forward to hearing the new music coming from you, and we look forward to going out tonight and hearing half of these DJs playing Show Me Love.
Yes.
Thank you
very much.